your argument that we are driven by the context in which we live and the circumstance in which we live, and in the context of a small island like Jamaica or region like the Caribbean, the world forces at play, the geopolitical forces at play, are sometimes greater than we are able to withstand, and we're constantly adjusting to that. I think it's a fair point. I wouldn't say we're victims of it, because to some extent they present opportunities as well. But in the 1970s, it played out in Jamaica in the Cold War era in a particularly vicious way. While that first 8-year period of Michael Manley's current government generally attracts the most attention and is often viewed nostalgically as the heyday of progressive achievement in Jamaica, his second period as Prime Minister was also very consequential. In fact, certainly in terms of economics, the latter period has had a more lasting impact than the first. Part 2 of Michael Manley's government established the basic economic model that Jamaica has been pursuing for the past 40 years. He recognized the leadership role of business in driving economic growth and was induced, persuaded, cajoled by the private sector in the context of the prevailing Washington consensus that had emerged, I suppose, out of the ending of the Cold War and the defeat of the left in Europe. He proceeded to rapidly liberalize the economy, removing exchange controls, eliminating price controls, and substantially getting rid of the licensing regimes for exports and imports. And this was done with the encouragement, as I said, of the leaders of the private sector at the time. But it took Jamaica a long time to learn the rules and techniques of managing a small, open economy.